Hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome to Soulsick Tarot. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be doing your general read for the upcoming week of February. I hope that y'all are doing well. Please remember that these are general reads, gender neutral, roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm going to take those that dropped, and we're going to start. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on. That's a lot. Okay. Whoa. There's a lot here. Okay, we have the empty room and the sword, Gnosis, the forest, the king and the shapeshifter, the threshold, and the desert. I mean, I feel like this is just kind of like a two-way, I want to say like a two-way pull away. Right. Of just like pulling back, pulling away. My Leos have just been, I want to say like coming into a lot of different changes and a lot of different movements and, getting ready for the ones that are, still to come. And it's just kind of like, there's just been a lot going on. And so we've really just kind of felt the need to like pull away and like take care of some things, I've got shit to do kind of vibe. But like in doing this, like in this I've got shit to do vibe, there's also this idea of just like sitting with yourself, and just kind of being like, I almost want to be like, hey self, how you is? It's kind of the vibe, because it's like, I want to say the February read was like, dear old Leo, and it's just that idea of like, hey bitch, how you is? Like, I missed you. You know what I mean? Like, you're just pulling away from everything and you're like, I want almost like a revisiting with yourself. And I want to say just like in this like revisiting of self, recognizing any kind of patterns that you've had in the past, recognizing any kind of, like there comes a point in time where you have to take ownership for shit. You know what I mean? Like you can only blame something from the past for so long. And then when you finally realize it and you recognize it, then you do something about it, and it's just kind of that like, okay, well, like I get it. I see it now. Like I recognize that like that is not, anything that I wanted. And if like grown-up me was looking at younger me and being like, bitch, don't do it, this time I'm gonna be like, but like, baby girl, like I love you, don't do that to yourself. Like, why would you put yourself in that situation? And I feel like, Leo, you guys have really been approaching everything from that mentality of, instead of like, almost like instead of being angry with yourself or, like remorseful in any way, you're just like loving on yourself, like in a real way, like a Leo way, because, we love hard. But I think that in doing this, Leo, you're just, the shapeshifter is just transformation, like from one thing to the next. And, Leos, I kind of feel like that's a vibe, of I want to say just like transition of just from being this person to being that person to like integrating and incorporating and cutting away with. And, like I feel like that's just been like a whole like we could just like stick that all in the little, 2020 box and tie a bow on it, like. And now as we're moving forward, Leo, I just want to say that it's this idea of really just like changing. I mean, almost like this, like just this massive change, but one that is like illuminated and regal. The king making, I want to say you're just like making these sound decisions for your life. Like you're taking control, you're taking charge, you're no longer, sitting around feeling like a victim or feeling sorry for yourself. It's like, okay, I get it. I understand why I, was going through all of those things, but now like, bitch has got to do something about it, And Leos, I just kind of feel like that's where you're at. But I feel like you're really, like, you're taking the lead. Like the motherfucking king, yo. But like, again, you're taking the lead and you're moving forward. And you're heading into this new life as this new version of yourself. I mean, transformation has just been like a huge theme for everyone. So, Leos, you take the lead. Let's see what else we can get here for my Leos. Oh, goodness. Okay, Santa Muerta. And the Ace of Cups. I mean, Santa Muerta is the idea of death and rebirth, the ending and then the beginning. And the Ace of Cups is like a new relationship. And if we're staying in context with this read of just kind of like, and even with, the February read in general, the idea is just kind of like this, like, dear old me, like just like coming into relationship with yourself again, but like a new version of your relationship with yourself. One where I think you're treating yourself with, I want to say, like, with more respect, with more pride. I mean, Leo's, it's like our shadow side, right? Like, we're hella prideful. Like, and yet I feel like there's this idea of that being something that had been rejected, like of all of the pieces of ourselves that we've rejected. We've tried really hard to not be prideful people, but in trying to like not be prideful, it's almost like we'd like how do you not take pride in yourself? Like, you just don't give a fuck, I guess, like, but now it's kind of like that idea of like, no, now I'm taking pride in myself. I'm coming into a love with me, like a new intimacy with me, like a new relationship with myself. Let's see here. What else we can get for Leos? Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and Two of Wands. Okay, so I guess I feel like there's probably more people than you involved. The Page of Pentacles, I feel like, still stays like in line with what I'm saying, though. That idea of like I'm finally starting to take root in myself. Like, I'm finally starting to come back to me. Like, I'm coming back to life. And I almost want to say, like, you're rooted. Like, whatever it is that you're doing right now, Leo, it's something that I want to say, like, are familiar with, in terms of like it feels like a place where you can be comfortable. Like, it's not one of those moments in time in your life where you're like, this isn't gonna last. Because sometimes you just be knowing shit. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands is just kind of that idea of relying on other people, but not in like a, the Six of Pentacles in this deck is kind of the idea of like they're helping each other, like it's easier. Otherwise she'd be holding the basket and fumbling. Like, they're both benefiting from it and they're both growing from it, and they're both, and the Two of Wands is just kind of like this dancing through something. And I feel like, Leo, you guys are just coming into an area where you're finally starting to feel rooted in yourself. And I almost want to say, like, in regaining this, intimacy with yourself is enabling you to engage in an intimacy and a connection with other people. It's like RuPaul says, Because if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love anybody else? No, it just popped into my head. Eight of Swords, facing your fears. So, I mean, you got Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. It's just like a lot of newness. I don't know if you guys are, there's been like this element of like work and things that have been going on, or interviews or, whatever. So I don't know if you guys are like actually going to be starting, like a new job, and, it's just kind of like, almost like the newness all comes, like you're finally facing your fears, and as you and integrating yourself and loving yourself, and as you're doing that, because the idea here, I think also, Leo, is that there was a part of you that was just terrified at the idea of putting roots down anywhere, like it horrified you, like the thought of safety, security, and like a stable ground. I feel like the idea here is that it just scared you. You just straight up were like, I don't think I can do it, And I feel like a big element of all of this has just been like forgiving yourself, like forgiving yourself for whatever it was that had happened in the past, whatever it was that had sent you down that downward spiral, whatever it was. It's just this idea of like, I'm forgiving myself now, like I'm sorry, but like to yourself, and forgiving yourself and moving forward and learning to start loving yourself again, because you want to love your life and you want to love other people and you want to experience all of your new beginnings. And I feel like there's just this idea that you're really facing your fears with that, and you're like moving forward with it. And then you also have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups in this deck is intimacy and a new love relationship. So I kind of feel like you guys are just going to be like hella on that new, because you've got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. There's just a lot of newness here, Leo. Just a lot of like, I want to say like the floodgates opening up. There's just kind of like this feel of like, I don't know. And it seems like it's because you took the time, again, to just really like cut away with what didn't belong there and allow yourself the forgiveness and the opportunity to really come into who you are. Like fucking Leo's the royal sign, like I don't know why I felt the need to flip off the camera. Sorry, I wasn't flipping you off. But I feel like that's the feel. Leos were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm the motherfucking king. I'm the motherfucking queen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the motherfucker who can come back to life again and experience it all. And that's what's happening. You're moving forward. Breaking cycles. Shifting that shape. I feel like that's just a really happy read. I don't know. I feel like it's just saying, like this week is the week where you're over the hump, I feel like you've been over the hump for a minute, like I feel like you've just been, okay, roller coaster analogy, but like you've been going up, 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 like slow motion, and now you're just kind of like sitting at the top of the hill, like waiting for everything to just like fall forward, like you're ready for that next stage. And I feel like all this is saying is that, like, yeah, you are ready. And you've got a whole lot of things that are on your horizon that you're going to be a part of. I want to say all kinds of teams. You know, like you're going to be partnering up with all different people in all different areas of your life. Friendship, you know, work relationships, love relationships, you know, like your life is just expanding. Yay! That's happy. Ouch. Anyways, okay, well, I hope this resonates for y'all and that you have a fantastic week. I'm pretty sure you are. And I look forward to seeing y'all again soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah. All right, bye.